Hello everyone. So we are going to use that net scuba to make Zara. So why I like the net scuba is the fact that it's already very thick, and it you don't need to add anything for it to stand. It can do a lot of turbans. We are going to be bringing different designs of turbans that this scuba can do. But the only challenge we used to have with all this product is that after some time, they'll start to reduce the quality. If not, this turban, this particular fabric is the game changer for so many designs. You won't believe it that even this fabric can give you a perfect gele, auto gele. I'm serious. But today we are just going to be working to create a to create for us our Zara cap. Okay, so we are going to work it like a Senegalese Zara. That is the idea. And so normally I work with my length of fabric to be like 30. That is the length where I'll put the Zara, put the marco, and also place my elastic. So my elastic, I will normally cut like 5 inches into four places, and then as I apply my evo stick, we call it shoemaker gum, I'll just use that same evo stick to like attach it as well. Okay, so that when I'm sewing, it will be easy for me to pull the elastic, and also it will help the Zara to be a free size Zara. Please, if my voice is not sounding like me, please, it is me, just forgive me. I have a little voice, I don't know what to call it anyway. My voice crack, must speak pidgin English. So this is it. So we are using the shoemaker gum. Okay, so after applying my marco, in case you want to know the size of my marco, it's usually 18 inches that I work with. I usually work with 18 inches. And remember that my fabric is usually 30 inches, so by the time I place it, I'll still be having up to like 6 inches to the left, 6 inches to the right. Okay, that will make it 30. So inside that 6 inches I place elastic, and normally I usually fix two elastic to one side. It's not compulsory, but it's more convenient and more relaxed with you having two elastic on it rather than one. I have tried using just one elastic before. It did not come out the way the double elastic did come out. So if you ask me what I think or what's my advice, I think I will always say work with double elastic, because it's going to give you the stability, and it's going to help you to be able to design even other patterns of Zara. I'm not talking about only this one. Oh. It will help you to be able to design it effortlessly, and you will still have the Zara as a free size Zara. So this is just what I do. So usually, because when I work with ashoke, when you join three ashoke, it's going to give you a width of 18 inches. So I will now say my fabric is usually 30 by 18. Okay, so after folding and fixing in your marco and all of that, you still have some reasonable length at the back, which will help you to cover your cap. I love this fabric. It's too fine. Okay, so so this is it. After attaching my elastic, this is just my normal way of making my Zara. So when I attach the elastic, I'll go ahead and take a measurement of 11 inches, except if I'm working for somebody that really have very small scalp. That's when I'll go and do 10 or 10.5. If not, I normally work with 11, and this is because by the time you are done with your design and everything, you will find out that even that 11 will look like it's reduced. It will not be up to 11 anymore. It will want to look like it's not able to fit into the edge. So 11 inches it is for me. Okay, so after removing it, this is the first part of the Zara cap. We have closed, we have created the Zara. You can see the back, how it is looking, and of course the back is going to be covered with design as well. So but it will help your Zara to be a free size Zara and easily fit into your client's head, and your client can sit the Zara as far as they want to sit it on their head. So now for me to create my design, all right, the fold on it, I decided to cut out a length of material that can go from one end of the Zara to the other, with the back elastic excluded. That is, that back part is not included in this measurement I'm talking about, because by the time you just keep sewing on top of that back there, it's going to cause some kind of disturbance to the elastic, and it may not allow the elastic to be stretcher sorry oh English, it may not allow the elastic to be as stretchy as it ought to be. So please do not sew on the elastic. By the time we are styling, we are going to be styling on the elastic, and we are going to do that systematically. Okay, so I have taken the first part of the design, and I am just using my hand needle to fix it to it. Okay, this is what I do. One principle I sell in this business, one of my principle is that your work must be able to stand the test of time. That is, we are talking about durability. Your work should be durable. You know, you can just go ahead and use your hot glue to fix this thing, but you know that after some time it's going to pull off and fall off. So why not just use your hand and do the hand stitches, you know, use your free hand stitches, and make sure that your work is sitting properly, and it will be as durable as possible until maybe your client do not want to use it anymore. Okay, so this is it. We sold two of it, and this is me letting you know that this can just do that Senegalese Zara effortlessly. Look at it now, very beautiful. Oh, I don't know if you really know the material I'm talking about. It's a net, but it's scuba and it's thick. Nowadays it's getting light because you trust our people, they will soon reduce the quality and all of that. But as at the time I got this one, it was very thick, and it can just do, in fact I just pray they don't really fall these qualities completely, because we need it for our work. It can do your job effortlessly. Look at it now, the Senegalese Zara. Look at what I created with it. So you don't, I'm not adding anything to it. Oh, I did not add crinoline, neither did I pad any part of it up. It's already padded, it has the weight that is needed. Okay, so you can see me trying to collapse the back and also stitch it down instead of just pulling. You know, we normally we do our loose stitches and we just pull it together. This time around I am not doing that. I'm using the back part to create a kind of ruffles, okay, so that the back will be sewn down, all right, and then we'll now add other designs to it. Okay, instead of just drawing the cap and it's looking so long, with this particular method you'll be able to sit your cap and make it flat on the back, all right, and it will come out perfectly as you would want it to be. So now, because I have planned that I'm going to cover the back, I'm going to be cutting out extra fabric that I'll use to create the roses that I would be attaching to the back panel. Okay, so we just like cut out our stripe for the roses, normally maybe 8 inches as the width is okay, so that when you fold it you will get 4 inches. Okay, so 8 inches as the width is okay, and then when you fold on a fold it will be like 4 inches. I don't really want it to be like too big, but if you want to do 10, then on a fold you will get 5. If you want to do 12, on a fold you will get 6. But I think those ones are just extreme, and it might really be too big. By the time you are done with the work, it might not come out too well, because it will look too big for it. But this is a perfect size. Just use 8, on a fold is 4, and then maybe length of 60 inches, and you can even have 60 inches into two places depending on how much ruffles you are looking forward to having. These ones are not really like a big deal where you really have to come and give accurate measurement and all of that. All you need to do, get the idea and work with the idea. Okay, as this idea is now, you can create something smaller, you can create something bigger, At least when you are working, you should be able to tell on your own what is good and what is bad. Abio. All right. So let me leave you to watch. Okay. I have cold, so that's why my voice is sounding like this. Okay. But I just want to post this video today, so I have no choice. I have to record it. Okay. Oh, so if today is your first time you are discovering Creative Ends International, you are welcome. We have been on air for some time now, and I'm happy that finally you are able to discover us, and we are so glad to have you as part of our community. Please do not forget to subscribe to our channel, and please do not also forget to like this video if you feel that it has helped you in any way, or you love the style or pattern. Okay, just like it, because it will help YouTube to sell the video out to other people. And also you can share it to that your sister, your friend, your neighbor that you know is into turban making. There's no harm trying new things. Every style you see today, somebody started it. Yeah, so let's do this. Thank you very much. I love you so much. Please watch out for the next videos. Do not also forget to hit on the notification bell. That is the, in short, is very important, because anytime we upload new videos, you will be notified that I just upload video, and you will be among the first persons to watch it. Okay, because if you don't do that, some styles might just be there, you will not know that they are there. So please hit on the notification bell, and you will get notified whenever we come up with new videos. This is me saying goodbye from my end. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.